Jan?
Yes?
I guess it's Jan.
Well, I wasn't hearing anything.
Oh, can you hear now?
I can hear you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes.
Is this you?
This is me. It's me. Oh, I'm so glad it's you.
Oh my God. This has been,
tell me.
It's just crazy.
But it's beyond crazy. I got to tell you, it is beyond crazy. But we're going to have to go with what we got because, we kind of got what we wanted to do kind of together. So with that.
Yes, with that what?
With that, Jan, we're going to open up the floor to you so that you can give us all the insights that we desperately.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what to say because Pluto is in conjunct my ascendant. And I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing with that. So in the meantime, that could explain why a lot of my allergies are acting up. I mean, totally out of control. Mm-hmm. Could be. Because Pluto does, I wasn't going to go into anything major about Pluto, but I'll tell you, it went direct today, okay? It's stationary direct in Capricorn, 20 degrees. And and wherever it falls in your chart, will tell you, like for the last week, and maybe for another week ahead of this, there's a lot of intense energy, transformative type of energy as it's changing its direction going forward. Okay, so if you've been going through any changes that are really deep over the last 6 months or a year, you may find that something happens, like there's a shift, and you may have a change, able to change something, or maybe look at what's going on and change the approach to it, or maybe even just make a major change. So I don't know. I think that there's a lot of individuals out there. I mean, it's affecting everyone in some way, somewhere in their chart. So I think it's also empowering, and you're feeling some kind of like, I can do this. You can do whatever you have to do, even though you feel at one time, how am I going to do this? And now you're feeling, I can walk through this. Yes, I can. So with this forward motion now, the true self, your authentic self, can start to come out again. So if you've been hot, if it's been, I don't know, maybe that's not a good thing. No, I'm only joking. I think that, but I feel that the more authentic you are, the more you attract these interesting things in your life. You could go out and be out and about in in society, and nobody will say anything to you. Okay, but there are times I've noticed lately with all this Pluto change, Pluto going retrograde and doing all these underlying things, like the deep transformation that nobody's paying attention to, of course. If it depends what is hitting in your chart. Well, in the meantime, I notice that recently I go places and I'm not even paying attention. And somebody says, "Hey, how are you?" I'm thinking, "Are you talking to me?" And it's not anybody I know. It's the strangers. Strangers talk to me out of nowhere. I think,
that
really?
Weird?
I find it very interesting, but I feel I used to reach out to, like say, "Hi, how are you?" If somebody's passing me by, or they open the door for me, or I say thank you or whatever. But the thing is, lately it's just been more of a, "Really? You're talking to me? Oh my, what changed?" You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about friends or family. I'm talking about complete strangers. Never saw them before in my life. Walking down, whether you're walking through a store or outside going somewhere, wherever you're going. It's amazing. I don't know if you have seen this.
Yeah. Well, I kind of feel as though somebody lifted the rock up and all this stuff is coming out. And it's like, what the heck? what, it's like it's like getting people to conform to kind of their energy, their vibration that they're giving out. Mm-hmm. And you're like, no, that's not my vibration. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. But I feel that it's a good thing. I mean, the fact that wherever, I don't know where is Pluto in your chart right now at 20 degrees? Do you know where it is?
Oh, yes, I do. I just had to hear it. Okay. At 20 degrees in my chart in Capricorn, it's in my 11th house.
Oh, so with friends or hopes and wishes and getting out there in society and groups, all kinds of things like that. So are you getting yourself out there? Do you feel like more so with I'm not saying career wise, I'm just saying like in just reaching out to others, you know, like, yeah.
Definitely.
Is that? Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I've been definitely reaching out.
And something is transforming there, you know, with, well, is Pluto, is that where Capricorn is in your? Well,
the 10th house has my sun at 3 degrees Capricorn. So by the time it gets to after 10 degrees, it's my 11th.
It's in there. It's 11th. Okay.
Yeah.
So mine's in my 8th house. Oh boy.
Oh.
I mean, the 8th house is about transformation. Well, guess what? Pluto certainly is there transforming something. Oh. But it's trining my sun and it's conjunct my moon.
Oh. Oh, well,
so
that sounds good though.
But obviously I'm not showing this to other people.
Oh.
since
let me get this straight. You're having a good old time, but you don't want nobody to know about it.
I'm not. Maybe I just don't know how to put it out there. How the transformative part of it, because it's in conjunct my ascendant. So so that's sort of a little crazy little twist. You know what I mean?
If you need help, I'm here.
What's that?
If you need any help, I'm here.
Well, I'm calling you right now. Tell me what I should do.
Well, you're getting out there now.
Yeah.
Doing
I know. I know.
Out more to others too, because there is so much. There is so much that we look to learn. We look to kind of maybe teach by our own experiences or what's going on. You know what I mean? There's so.
Oh yes. Oh sure. And just before I say anything else about what else is going on and what we could do, Mercury now is entering the shadow. Oh. So that means on October 31st, everyone, Mercury goes retrograde. So be ready.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I didn't even realize it was coming up that quickly, you know, because somebody asked me the other day and I thought, oh, Mercury retrograde? No, I don't think so. Yeah, really. It's there. End of the month.
Would this be the last retrograde for the year?
That's the last one this year. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is.
Oh my God.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
And if it isn't, I'm going to tell it to go away.
Well, I'll help you if you need me.
But you know what? A lot of times Mercury retrograde, like people go, oh my God, Mercury retrograde. Well, you know what? Sometimes it's a time just to take the time to rethink a few things.
Yes.
You know, instead of worrying about, gee, is my computer going to be crazy or my cell phone's going to go off the wall or, you know, something crazy, you know. And you don't, of course, you don't want to sign any major things during that time. But the thing is, but it's also a time of rethinking, I believe. Like looking within, taking the time to reassess what's going on, you know. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is, because if we use it, the influence of Mercury retrograde that way, we would be better of help to ourselves and a more full understanding by the time it starts to go direct again. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yes. Yes, yeah. I believe that's a good point.
But can I ask you this? With Pluto going direct now, And that Mercury coming in going retrograde, what kind of situation is that? Because with Mercury, it's more of communications kind of thing.
Right.
Technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
So things...
With Pluto going direct is about more or less staying aware, being aware, and
it's making sure of that with me.
and you know what? Not going into denial about certain information. Well, there you go. Excuse me. So the next few weeks, keep an eye out on the news, because if you go into denial, Pluto is going to trample you.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I'm saying. It puts a very strong light on a lot of issues that may have been hidden before.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So just for that it's going to be interesting. Let's put it that way. And it's also a good time to purge out old programming. Mm-hmm. Even though this, like going direct, will help you do that. I mean, you may not have had an opportunity to do that when it was retrograde, because you're looking and you're buried under all this crap. It's trying to make you like let go. Well, now you could finally let it go. You can purge it out, which is a good thing.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to ask you next, because of Pluto going direct, okay? If that influence from Pluto is used in a way that you're the one that's hitting this Pluto out, do you know what I'm saying? Instead of it coming at you.
Yes.
You can be the processor of it.
That's true.
Okay.
And I made it's not, Mercury goes into the shadow next week. I'm sorry. It's next week. I was looking at the wrong information. And when I took notes, and I thought, that doesn't sound right. So I looked in my ephemeris, and it's next week, it goes in the shadow. So but it's leading up to that. So if you have anything to get done, it's time to do it now, in the next week. Get a lot of things taken care of. And even if you can't complete them, at least get them going, so that after Mercury goes direct in November, you can, mid-November, you can move forward with any kind of documents or communication, opening up more communication or something like that. Okay. So in the meantime, this new moon we just had a new moon on Saturday, the 28th, and I usually don't say this on the radio, but online. But the thing is, any birthdays, March 22nd to 27th, June 22nd to the 27th, September 24th to the 29th, and December 22nd to 27th, all are affected very intensely. Oh. So I'm saying, because it's in 5 degrees, so it's just a couple degrees before and after that are affected very intensely. So, and even if you have any planets in 5 degrees, near 5 degrees of Libra, where the new moon has taken place, is where anything like that around 5 degrees, 2 to 7 degrees of Libra, if you have anything at all in that, or, like you have the sun square that, right? Yeah. Because your sun is in Capricorn, so it would be square the new moon. And I have the asteroid, which we're going to talk about asteroids sometime too. I have the asteroid Karma in that little 5 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm still waiting. Maybe I'll hit the lotto or something. I don't know. It's in my fifth house, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
And where's the new moon fall in your house, in your chart?
In my chart?
Yeah.
And the new moon is what, in Libra?
5 degrees of Libra.
Okay, it's my descendant. My descendant is 9 degrees Virgo.
Okay, so it will be in the 7th house.
Yes.
Okay. So what are you changing in your partnership?
Oh, lots of things. Oh, they're so numerous. I can't.
I'm not commenting.
Well, no, I think change is due, And I just want to make sure it's the right changes. But I have all these different things around me, and I'm just trying to make sure that I'm set with what changes can take place, and if I'm going to be okay with it, or I'm unsure, then I will hold back from it. Do you know what I mean? So,
well, the thing is, when I don't know how many look at the new moon. Okay, it does affect only a couple weeks to some degree, but it really affects a long term. Most new moons, it affects about 6 months. Okay.
Wow.
You know, when you really look at it, because not saying everything goes forward like that, but if you look at April, when I think it's April 7th, is the Libra the full moon's in Libra. Okay, so that this new moon leads up to the full moon that's in April in Libra. So this is a new moon. So it's a different way to look at things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So thinking about this whole process because it's Libra and it's really about love, because Venus rules Libra. So it's about joy, love, connection, intimacy, all things Venus. Okay. So Venus is saying, look for higher things, expand in the relationship, make it better.
Yes.
And it's almost like there's something more that you could do to make it even better than it is. And most will say, oh, there's nothing I could do. Yes, there is. It's very possible. If you believe it's possible to do so, you can change something even to make it even better. Or maybe you don't even have to change it. Maybe you could just change something, your approach to it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so if I was quiet, now I have to shout it.
I know you're probably already doing that, aren't you?
Well, no comment.
And sometimes in this particular instance, I feel like there's doors that could be opened. So even though you're not paying attention to this, but all of a sudden you think, oh, I'm walking in this balance, and I'm thinking, oh, I can do this or I can do that. Maybe I'll be lazy, or maybe I'll take action. Well, while you're not paying attention, do pay attention, because something may happen that there's not just one, but many doors can open.
Yes.
And that's, I don't always think of that. You know what I mean? Even though I work on this, sometimes it's like, huh? How did I miss that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know. I'm sure you know what I mean.
I do.
When you're so working on it so much of the time that I could say, somebody say something, I go, oh, that's what it is. Like it'll come to me, and I think, oh, there it is.
Yep.
So,
well, to me, I don't. I'm going to get rid of my doors, and I'm just going to build a moat, and I'm going to have a drawbridge, and I'm going to pull it up and close it all off.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Well, I figure we got to tend to what's inside right now instead of what's outside. Don't I sound fun?
It does.
Well,
oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a good. Do it. I think so. But you must have a lot of water in your chart, huh?
Yes, I'm drowning.
I have only one planet in water.
Oh, what do I have in water here? Let me see. Well, I got Uranus in the water sign.
Oh, okay.
And in Aquarius, I have two planets there. Venus.
That's not water. That's
Aquarius is water.
No.
It's air.
That's not a water sign. No, it's Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio are the water signs.
Oh, that's right. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio.
Wake up.
You're so right. You see, that's why I need you here to help me out. I was in the dark, but Pluto just went direct, so I'll be able to know more.
Well, speaking of, I have Jupiter in water, one planet, and right now it's in Sagittarius. And if you have anything around Jupiter now, around Sagittarius, that's a good thing because it's now in good aspect to the new moon and Venus.
Oh,
and
yes.
it's almost like you want to hang back, and then all of a sudden, because Jupiter is all about, doing something and being joyful about it.
Yes.
And you don't have to be fearful but the thing is, Chiron is opposite the new moon, which means that, oh gosh, remember when you did this bad thing, or you did this thing and you made somebody feel bad, or did this? Chiron likes to bring up the old stuff, the old wounds. Well, Jupiter. Well, Chiron says, hey, this is who you are. You can't deny it. Face up to it. Just deal with it, right?
Yeah.
And if you learn how to do that, then it doesn't bother you. You could just sort of say, okay, I get it. I'm going to release it. Fine, it's done. Or cry your eyes out and get it over with and move forward. Okay, and I'm not being very, what should I say, empathetic here. But the thing is, I am, because I feel that if you follow Chiron, and it's saying, it's opposing the new moon right now in the sun, it's saying, hey, you know what? This is who you are. Don't you want to improve? Don't you want to expand yourself even better? So let go of that junk that I'm just bringing up. Let go of it, because I'm just reminding you that who you really are, and now you can deal with it and move forward. Okay, you don't have to cry about it. You don't have to do anything, and you can't hide from it because it'll come back and haunt you. You know that.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Right. So in the fact that Jupiter is now in good aspect, it's saying, hey, let's be peaceful. Let's have all this joy. Let the joy come up. And it's not going to happen on its own, but you have to let it happen. And once if you know how to bring your authentic self, like we talked about the authenticity with others, and then now's the time to take the chance and do it. Be who you really are, because Jupiter is giving you an opportunity to do this right now, no matter what else is happening.
And Jupiter is in Pisces?
No, it's in Sagittarius.
Oh, in Sag, that's right. Yes. Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. It's about authenticity. It's about bringing joy and love out there right now. It's about taking, for the next, till April, with this new moon influence, which is going to fade out because there's other things that come in, but it's still going to be sort of the base. There will be a base of this somewhere. And so I would say, take a chance. And, if you need to change something in a relationship, talk about it. Don't be afraid to do, or in some other way. Is there something else in your life that needs to be shifted slightly? Bring the peace and joy to it. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, you might bring something up and somebody's going to get real ticked off. Well, that's Uranus, of course, because it's not in good aspect. So, but that's okay. But as long as you know this, then why not go with it?
Yep. I agree totally. Go with it, but be moderate.
Moderate, yes, exactly. Stay in the moderation, but the thing is, don't just sit back and watch it all happen. Okay, bring your truth out, and then be that way with others. Let them see who you really are. Okay, and most people, in today's world, I don't think many like anything about when you're really authentic.
Yes, they'll find something that they don't care for.
Yes. I don't care. Just do it anyway. Yes. That's my story.
So it's like stop holding your cards. Put your cards down so that they can be seen, and let it fall where it may. But be moderate in pushing that it is yours. Yes. Very good. A good point. It may not be theirs, but it is yours. And this is what you're laying out. And this is what you got. And this is what you're trying to balance, because it feels unbalanced too. Here, I'm just going to give you 5 things. Where could I create greater harmony in my life? Where could I see things more expansively? How can I better honor my values? Where could I stand to work harder? And how can I find greater peace? Yes. Oh. Amen. That's it. Oh, I'm going to have to listen back and write these down.
I'll send. I found that somewhere, and I thought they were good. It was a
Yes.
tarot. You know what it was? It was a tarot spread for
Oh,
a new moon.
oh,
So
really? Huh.
yes, yes. So I'll send you that
Yes, do so. Do so. I'm
because
always
I
interested in something new with it too, you know.
yes. Hmm.
So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Okay.
It just appeared out of nowhere, and I thought, well, I'll just put it in there and just.
It
It's a
has
good
a
thing. I think
place
it's a good
now.
thing to have. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it has its place now, which is
Yes.
awesome.
Okay. Your
Okay.
turn. Your turn.
Huh?
Your turn.
Okay. Well, before I get into my turn, I just want to go ahead and tell everybody about the drawing that we're having. And it's, if you haven't seen any of the posts by now, please do look for it. But it's a kind of a pay it forward drawing to where a person gets, a person can donate to get into the drawing, and they only have to kind of get in once, and they'll be in every drawing that we have. So you have more of an opportunity to be chosen if you just go
Hmm.
in on it once. But we did have our winner, and it was announced on the 2nd, which was yesterday, that Peg Jones was the winner of the free reading. So congrats to Peg. And let's see what else we got going on with that. Yeah, I'm calling it a pay it forward is because like if you don't get chosen, that's going to help somebody else get chosen as well. So you're really not only helping yourself, you're helping others by contributing. Okay, and you can do it
Okay.
as often as you like. Now, I wanted to touch on face reading. Okay,
Ooh.
I'm a palm reading, and I've had interest in face reading because it's in a way it's kind of similar, but there's a Chinese face reading that uses houses. Okay, so
Okay.
kind of in connection with uh, the astrology in a way, okay,
Hmm.
because they're all these different houses here, and on the screen, if you're not able to see it, there shows a face, and it has these different houses of where things are on a face. Okay, so
Hmm.
hold on. So and it's a Chinese um, kind of a Chinese way of reading the face. There's all different kinds. There's Tao, there's Japanese, there's all different ways of reading a face. So, uh, so here, these are what's called houses. I don't know if you can see your screen, but um, it has parents on the very top of the forehead, and it has fortune on either side. So these
Hmm.
kind of bring it into uh, all into getting more of a characteristic kind of thing from people. It gives an overview of your general fortune trend. An ideal fortune house should be round. It should, which means your face should be round, full and smooth, with no visible marks, lines, or scars. Flaws in these areas reflect problems in your life. And everybody can kind of do this. And I'd like to encourage you to search the internet because you'll find all kinds of different things, but it's so enlightening. And you're going to be marveled at how you can relate with it when you see somebody else's face, or even you have a picture of yourself. Look at yourself. So flaws in this area on the round face reflects problems in your life, which can be the form of bad health, distressful relationships, or money troubles. Okay, so the parent's house, which is the very top, it is associated with heaven, luck. Okay, that very top part of your forehead. Okay, it's with heaven, luck. In this regard, it states it's quite a testimony to situations that your parents were in and your relationship with them. So it can be very, very interesting. A forehead that is wide, round, and shiny speaks of good family inheritance and comfortable upbringing and early achievement, while a small, bony, or disfigured one illustrates an uneasy childhood. So look for those scars, look for those wrinkles, look for those lines on that forehead in the parent's house, okay, if you have anything there, even if it's a scar, okay, because that's another sign of fate in reading the face. Then underneath the parents, we have the career, okay, the career house. Again, being broad, round, and smooth is the basic criteria to identify a good career house, okay? And it's, I've seen some videos, and it's absolutely remarkable how this lady, oh, I got to find it, and then I'll post it along with this show, along with the podcast. I'll put that in somewhere. If on the top of that you also have prominent cheekbones and protruding eyebrows, you'll have a great chance to achieve a great success in your chosen field. Okay, I have prominent cheekbones, I believe, and my eyebrows aren't protruding, but my husband's is. So I guess we have a kind of half and half kind of success there. Underneath is, no, to the side of each of the career, the career house, there is travel. Okay, so the house of travel, and this is the whole scope of the forehead. So by adding all this stuff together, you can get a pretty good idea of how it works. But the house of, if it is in any way disfigured with scars or deep lines, you might be better off staying put. Furthermore, jobs or businesses involving transportation, tourism, or import-exports are understandably not your best choice. Okay, so looking at these signs, and again, be sure to do your research and check out some of these face reading sites that are full with information. I found it interesting because it's like the palmistry. Each palm has its own significance and meanings and interpretations. So, and I love reading people's palms. I love it even more when I'm there able to touch it because I get so much more from them. So again, with your own face, try working at it with your own face. Then there's the key to your future fortune is deposited in the life house. You see where the life house, that's right between the eyes where the eye would be, okay, where your psychic third eye would be, okay? So the life house, this is where your fortune is also deposited. Naturally being smooth and shiny is ideal, which suggests a trouble-free life journey. If it is receded, dimpled, or scarred, or there are permanent horizontal lines between the brows, or eyebrows meet in the middle, you may face a bumpy road ahead. Okay? And well, yeah. You know what? Some people have scars there, or they develop deep set lines there, you know, and
I have one line.
Oh, I have two, but I put cover up filler on it.
I do too. You know, it's not really deep, but I could see it periodically. It shows up.
Yes.
And yes.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah, mine seems very prominent to me at times because I'm looking for it. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
Sometimes it's bigger than what you think. But that lifeline is really pretty. That lifehouse line is really pretty interesting to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that what's interesting is that on either side of this face of the life, where the lifeline is by the third eye, you have siblings on either side. This is how you're relating with your siblings. And it's represented by eyebrows. I know there's a site on there. I'm going to have to put in some of these sites so that they can see and go along with what I'm trying to say here, because there are some people that have that one eyebrow. It looks like it's one. It's really not, but they join so close together that it's like one. That is shows being kind of afraid, I believe, to come out, come out to others. You know, be open,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
kind of hold back. You know. Um,
What if your eyebrows are slightly different? I mean, they're the same, but there's a little bit different.
oh, that has another good meaning. I'm not sure what it is, but there's a site that shows nothing but eyebrows and what they look like, and they're
Oh,
all
okay.
so again, I'll put some of these sites on there because they deserve some recognition because of some of the information they're
Okay.
applying for us to know more. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
the house of siblings. Okay, where the eyebrows is. The state of your hair has a direct connection to the physical conditions of your parents at the time when you were conceived. Okay, the state of your hair. Okay, I got struck by lightning. No, but the hair on it, which means it has a lot to do with your genetic makeup. Okay, brows that are dark, thick, long, smooth, orderly, and located high above the eyes indicates a healthy hormone level that gives rise to affection, calmness, and courage. If they look sparse, thin, and pale, short, or chaotic, or too close to the eyes, or marked with a scar, you can be tormented by your own physical or emotional states. Wow. That's when I was like, really? Wow. And I'm looking at people's eyebrows.
Now I'm going to start looking at people's eyebrows. That's a good idea.
Yeah, because you can tell their emotional states by that. And I believe
Mm-hmm.
the higher the eyebrow is from the eye, the better it is. Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and then the lids too on the lids. The lids tell about assets. It's called the assets house, and your eyes betray your intelligence and temperament. And the very quality of these dispositions plays important roles in your asset acquisition endeavor. Good assets houses are constituted with eyes that are long and large pupils and clear whites, and up eyelids that are broad and full. So meaning your lids themselves. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Deep set or dazed eyes disclose dumbness, while recessed or narrow eyelids exhibit impatience. If the whites are colored with red streaks, and worse, if their streaks pass through a pupil, you should brave yourself for a severe storm with your financial aspects are concerned. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So, what are your eyelids like? Would would you
Narrow.
narrow?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what did it say for the narrow eyelids? Exhibit impatience. You know that mine is narrow too. It's like it's not the full eyelid itself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
some
Mm-hmm.
people do. They have this big oval lid of the eye, and or deeply set in that the eyes are more out of the socket type of thing. Okay. So those are the asset houses. Now, what about the house of marriage? Look where that is. Oh my goodness, house of marriage. Being full and smooth in appearance, it indicates a happy marriage. Okay.
I don't have any lines.
Oh, well, if it's full and smooth, there's a receded house, however, rings alarm bells. Okay, by receded, it's like your top of lid would kind of come over it a little bit. Okay,
Over the what? Over what?
over like where your lashes are. Okay, so
No. I don't understand. Say that again.
okay, if your eyelids are in that asset area, do you know what I mean? If that's big and kind of heavy, and it comes down over to the eyelash area, because the marriages there are the lines right on the eyelash area. So the distance between that is what I'm speaking about. um, the up eyelids that are broad and full, deep set or dazed eyes disclose dumbness, while recessed or narrow eyelids exhibit impatience. So yeah, I got narrow ones too. It's like I have patience, but only so much, and then I just I kick into no patience. If the whites are colored with red streaks and worse, the streaks pass through a pupil. You should again watch your financial aspects there. Okay. Uh, Okay, the marriage. Being full of smooth in appearance indicates happy marriage. Okay, house of children is underneath that. And that's where the bags of the eyes normally can be seen. Okay?
Mm.
So this area is closely related to the cerebellum, I believe it is.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
And also governs your love and sex life. Your love and sex life. So again, being full and round is better than being flat or receded. Okay? So full and round is good, flat and receded, not so good. Okay? And dim moles or slant lines across the area are especially undesirable because it suggests some problems regarding your own sex life or your children's future development. So that's why where the children also come in. So it's like, how could you bringing what you're bringing out for growth of your children, okay, and how your sex life is. And I'm not going to go in whether I have bags under my eyes or not, so I'm passing that one by. Okay, then you have the health house. That's the bridge of your nose. Okay, the health house is the house. If this house is broken or marked with horizontal lines, that's where my lines are. I'll tell you.
I don't have any lines there.
You don't have no lines there? Oh. Or if it is stained with spots, marks, or discoloration, you shall pay extra attention to your health, especially your digestive system. See, with that health house there, and the life mark that I try to hide in between, and which is kind of funny that I have to use a filler to hide it because I don't like that to be seen. Do you know what I mean? So I'm kind of hiding that parts of my life, put it that way. Okay, which I do. I'm kind of a little on the private side until I get riled up, and then I'll let you know where we're at. Okay, so the wealth house. Okay, this is the little ball on the tip of your nose. Okay, a nose that has high and a straight bridge, okay, from the health line down to the wealth line. Big and round tip, full and fleshy wings, and invisible nostrils. Now, I can see my nostrils. A lot of pictures, I see my nostrils. But they not only indicate sound physical health, a positive mental attitude, also denotes success in career and abundance and wealth. Okay, well, I'm not wealthy.
Sure you are.
Well, I have riches, but not monetary riches. But
how do you know? You don't. Now wait a minute. Now wait. Of course you have monetary riches. You just haven't found them yet.
Oh, okay. You gonna help me look?
Sure.
Awesome. All right. But the thing is that the nostrils are indicating something with the physical health. So I do have physical health issues, and I do have even health concerns as far as like with diabetes and stuff. So when I look at my nose, I used to wonder, was that my mom's or my dad's nose? But I think it's a little bit of both, and I find it interesting that I do show a little bit of the nostril. So whether your nostril is showing or not, it definitely is a mean to understanding more about it.
My nose is not like my parents' noses.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, is it like your siblings?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Do your children have your nose?
No.
Okay, now you're making me guess here. Okay. So, on the other hand, a nose that is low or crooked.
That's your next assignment.
Okay, I definitely will. And I'm going to look at your picture more. Let's put you up there and see what is what there. A low or crooked, pointed or narrow, bony or contoured bridge, upturned tip, visible nostrils reveal a problematic personality. Oh, yeah, I can be problematic. A troublesome financial situation or a difficult career path. I don't know, because I don't worry too much about finances because I'm very content where I'm at. And as far as difficult career path, I'm all over the place. Okay, if blood vessels are clearly visible on your nose or a deep blue color tone, the surface, an illness or a money loss is on the way. Oh, look at everybody checking their noses now. When a nose turns bloody red, we used to call that a drunkard's nose.
Yeah.
Red balls of bloody red kind of on the tips of their nose.
Yeah.
Which is dubbed fire in lounge. Fire in lounge in Chinese physiognomy, which is what face reading is. It should be viewed as a serious warning sign. An impending disaster is near. Wow. And that's from a face. I'm getting to like my palms better. Okay, the house is right by the lips, where the lips ends are. That's called popularity house. Okay, so this house rules your relationship with your colleagues, subordinates, or younger generations. And it tells your situation in your old age. Okay, so when they are round and full, the lips, okay, you can expect to enjoy popularity among your followers. But if it chops off or appears crooked or bony, you probably should forget about your dream about being a politician. And what's more, you better prepare for self-support during old age. And that's what I have on the face reading here. It's just a beginning of a 101 kind of on the face reading. And the Chinese use the face itself, but there's and the points on the face. And I have to find that thing, and I'll be sure to post it under there so people can check out some of the sites that are out there, because I have other stuff that's on it, but we don't have time to really go into it. But I will probably share more of what I get so that others can kind of maybe be interested in it and maybe start looking at faces and trying to get a pretty idea, because some of these face readers are really quite good, and you're really surprised what they come off with. And not every face reader is the same, so be open to that as well. But takes what resonates and what fits, and have fun with it. I love being creative with that. So we are back now to me and Jan. Okay.
We are?
Yes, we are. Jan, I see one nostril. You have one nostril showing. And I have one too. But if I look closer, it's probably two. Whatever. But I thought it was really quite interesting and wanted to share it with others.
Oh yes, that was really good. I never even knew some of that stuff. I knew a little bit, but I didn't know all that kind of stuff that you presented. That was very good.
Yeah, well, and that's just in the Chinese way. There are, like I said, there are other modalities that do this as well.
Yes, I never saw I usually have done some things with Chinese stuff, but I never did the face thing. That's interesting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I had some notes on, but I can't find them because I have
Of
two
course.
computers, and I've already gone through one computer, and the other computer I've yet to go through. But I had some notes on the signs of a psychic that you can see on the face. And I thought, wow, that is interesting. And then
so what is it?
It's like on the cheek, and they go up. They're like two lines kind of together, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they can be very thin lines going straight down from your cheekbone down. Okay, and they can be very thin. But I've seen that in so many good psychics, you know, and I always wondered about that, and that was one of many reasons why I wanted to get into face reading. But it's a study. It definitely is a study, but I find it fascinating because, see, I can read on the palms, doing the palm readings. If somebody walked into the room and I looked at their hand, I'd know if they're an earth sign, a water sign, or whatever. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Just by the shape of their hands and how they use their hands. Okay? That's another... that signifies another thing too, because if or they come in with their arms crisscrossed in front of them, they're closing themselves off and stepping.
Of course, back. I always watch that. That's interesting. I notice when you talk to certain people, you know, just get interested and you're chatting, and all of a sudden they start folding their arms, and I'm thinking, oh, you don't want to hear anything I'm saying. And, and it's not even that I'm talking, but they're talking, and I'm thinking, why are you closing yourself off to yourself?
Yes. And not only that, but crossing their legs. I did so many different palm readings. There's no keeping track of them. Okay, but the thing is, they would sit down in front of me and they would want their palms read, and I knew instinctively they just closed off. They just closed. I said, could you please uncross your legs? And they give me a look like, holy crap, she could see through the table. But yeah, because anytime you cross yourself in any way or any form, it's showing that you're holding something back or you don't want something to come out.
What if you cross your eyes?
That means you have vision problems and you'll always see double.
I had to throw that in.
I know. Well, I had people, when I was doing the palm reading down at the street fair, I had people that would say, oh, you read palms, you read feet too? And I'd say, yeah, they have a lot of soul. It's all very interesting, and it can be a lot of fun. And I think that's what we need more of, something that will stir up creativity and have fun with and share with others.
Absolutely. And that's what, see, Jupiter's already taken over here.
Yeah.
Because you see what I'm saying? And I just feel like this whole, the whole conversation tonight was really upbeat.
Yeah.
You know, even no matter what we were talking about, it seemed like there was it just was lifting up.
Yes. And I so needed that. So I thank you.
I did too.
Yes. And I think a lot of people out there need it. And that's all that we are trying to do, is to uplift you a little bit, maybe get you thinking about things, maybe looking into things that you may find creative for yourself. But we're here for you, and we would love for you to join us in the Pay It Forward drawing that we have. It's a within Pay It Forward drawing, and we hope that you're going to be a winner the next second of the month, which would be November 2nd. So that would be a wonderful Thanksgiving to give for yourself or for somebody else. Okay, Jan, any last words, sweetheart?
Any last words? I say that I'm going to quote from my blog. There is no road too long to the man who advances deliberately and without undue haste. There are no honors too distant to the man who prepares himself for them with patience. Jean de la Bruyere. And that was in my post. And I think that's what it's sort of about, in a sense, you know, just proceed. No matter how long it takes you to do something, it doesn't matter, as long as you're moving forward.
Yes.
And not being stuck. And see, I get frustrated when I talk to others and they say, well, I'm doing this and this and this. I said, what are you doing on your path? So many individuals I know are just like doing nothing. Yeah. I don't care if you're 20, you're 12, or you're 95. If you're still on this planet, what are you doing? I mean, to improve yourself, to bring yourself out there to others. You know, that's what it's about.
Exactly. And we are here for each other. That's why we have the ability to communicate. That's, if you think about it, we're here for each other. Why not sharing it? Why not bring more to it? Because you never know who you're going to touch. Okay?
I would love, is there anybody listening right now? I mean, I don't know if they are or not.
I don't know. Oh, I'm not showing anybody in the Zoom, that's for sure. But
well, when I would love wherever it's posted to hear if there's any comments. That would be great.
Yes.
I don't know how to get others to do that. Because
I don't.
There's never any judgment. Just if you disagree, that's okay.
Yes.
Or if you go with it, tell us.
Yes.
I'd love to hear from others as to what's going on with them and how they're dealing with life today.
Yes, I encourage them all to do so as well. And you're absolutely right. We would like a little feedback because the way that we're doing it now, we're not going to continue to do this. We're going to have a change coming up. And in that change, we're hoping to be more interconnected with everybody that is out there. So please be patient with us in that time. Please do go to the Wizard of Within Facebook page and be sure to comment. I'll look for all your comments there. If you have any questions, please let us know. We are here to do what we can, how we can, in the best possible way that is for the betterment of all. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you, and I love you all. Peace and might. Jan, thank you.
Thank you. Sprinkles, really good time tonight. Really good. Yes. Thanks, everyone.